welcome back. This is Lab 4, which is buoyancy, force, and floating. And the first sentence on here says, have you ever wondered why you are weightless in water? Which is a lie, because I sink like a rock. Also learned that fats helps me float when I was bigger, and muscle sinks me. So there's that. But let me show you everything we have for today's lab. All right, our salt, our big one and our little one for water, our measuring, our clay, our washers, our spoon, because my lab lied to me and I don't have a popsicle stick in there. And then of course the laptop, which shows what we're doing and recording our answers. And that's about it. All right, we're also inside today because it's 100 degrees and I'm hot, I'm tired. But put 100 milliliters of water in here, pour it into this one. I have 2 pieces of clay. One will be a ball, one will be a boat. And then we'll start doing our lab questions and go from there. Oh, nailed it. So take easy granulated cup, 250. So I actually need 150. So this is 100. There's 50. So that's 150. So we'll take that, roll this piece into a ball. And then I have to observe it as it goes into the water. And it sinks like a rock. Alright. Alright, now it's time to make a boat. Let's figure this out, it's interesting. Build a boat until it floats. It's definitely bigger. So this is probably the most ridiculous one I've ever done, because I cannot get a single piece of clay to float at all. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to make a boat and get it to fit in this little tiny hole, because I can't get a surface big enough to make it float. So I don't really know what I'm doing right now. Alright, so I poured my water into a bowl. I'm going to try this like another 3 times before I just say give up, because this is not working with this clay. No matter how small or how big I make this clay, the weight of the clay is too much for this water. And it keeps saying keep trying new shapes, but there's only so many shapes that I can do to make this thing try to float. So let's go for this round. Alright, I'm going to give this a shot. It doesn't look like a boat, it's just like a little circle basket. But we're gonna see how this holds up with the washers. All right, plain water test, washer time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. All right, now we're doing 5 tablespoons of salt. There's 4. And 5. Gotta mix it up. It is not mixing. Now we're in the salt water. Let's test it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna round up to 7 because I made it heavier on one side. All right, so lab number 4 helped me understand Archimedes' principle and how buoyant forces affects whether an object floats or sinks. I observed a clay ball that immediately sank into the water because it displaced very little water. I reshaped that same ball into a clay boat, which allowed it to float because it displaces a greater volume of water. The experiment also showed that the boat with salt water held 7 washers, as to with the boat with plain water held 5 washers, demonstrating that the salt water's higher density creates a greater buoyant force. Overall, this lab reinforced how the object's shape and the density of the surrounding fluid play an important role in buoyancy and floating. And that is everything for Lab 4. See you next time.